You're gonna put this in that place we were just talking about, especially, and I'll give you a visual in a moment, especially if this is your femur or the top of the upper leg bone, especially right behind that bone. So if you find that bone and roll it just behind it. And then once you're there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna shift over on top of it and then just start to roll around. You're gonna find some places in there that you wish you hadn't found. And then once you find those places, we'll talk about some exercises.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll notice a pretty big difference between right and left. My one comment here, and stay where you're at for me for a second. So I want you to get, you're really close. I'm gonna move you just a little bit right there. So right at the back edge of that bone, and the more you can get at the back edge, yeah, exactly, the more effective this is gonna be.
Okay.
Nice. So pin and then move, or pin and stretch is what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Once you've found a spot, then you do what you're doing now, which is either a leg in and out motion, which is what works best for most people, or B, a little bit of a leg up and down motion, yeah, which usually gives people some, but not quite as much depending on range. And then part C is just to pause on the spot and breathe. Just take a couple of breaths in any one location, because if you can just ask the muscle to let go and sink in, you'll get really far with it. And then you start A, B, and C all over again. You start to roll around, you pause, and you move.
Do you believe it on like the contract relax cycles?
Love it, yeah,
Great.
yeah.
It's the foam roller exercise on your glutes and your piriformis area. You're gonna lean on that hip. In this case, Andrew's on his left hip with his left leg crossing over the right. And he's got himself supported between his hand and his foot. Andrew starts by rolling around here, looking for those knots that tend to hang out in muscles that can be quite tender. Pausing on those spots, breathing into that tight area. After 1 or 2 breaths, he can start to move the knee, kind of wagging it in and out, loosening up that knot over top of the foam roller. After he spent 5, 10, 15 seconds in that spot, he can start to roll around, looking for more of those tender knots anywhere around that glute. Changing the angle of his body, stopping in a place that again is tight, breathing into that tightness, and then moving to help loosen up that knot. That looks great, Andy.